happened to Myra was a terrible thing. But my concern now is for you. You'll make yourself ill. You hated her, didn't you? You hated her because you couldn't break her. That's not true. Myra didn't believe that. We fought, yes, but I respected her. It's been 23 years. When they put her away, she swore she could never kill again. But they wouldn't let her out. And always in the back of her mind, she wondered. Well, today she found out. She can kill again if she has to. And if anyone touches that baby.
The plane could be full of cops.
Well, what do?
We go out.
You're not going to do anything, are you? Come on, mate. Let us go
out.
Ready if you are. You bastard! Do it!
Come on, lady, don't blow it now.
Hold it, lady! Don't make me shoot you!
There won't be any more deals.
freak.
She'll rot in jail. She wants you to shoot her.
If you don't,
You'll be doing her a favour.
You're frightened.
She's not bloody worth
You're
it.
frightened, you gutless
Don't do it,
bitch.
Joan.
You know I'll get you. Come on and make it good!
Put the gun down, Joan. She's not worth it.
Nora, aren't you coming to lunch?
Oh, in a minute. I'm just trying to find Daphne. Have you seen her?
No. Maybe she's already gone to the dining room.
I doubt it. She was in a real mood. Oh, well, I'll just look in her dorm again.
Well, if I see her, I'll tell you you're looking okay.
Thanks. Oh, what about you, Julie? Are you okay?
Bit shaky, that's all.
Aren't we all? You did a good job. A really good job. Right, thanks, Pat. Amazing how fast the department can work when it wants to. Reception and kitchen doors will be fixed within the hour.
What about the rec room?
First thing in the morning.
Right now, I'm going to see Alan Desmond on my way home tonight.
Good. How about Kay? Has he
No,
found you?
hasn't heard from her for some time. Perhaps if she hears it on the news broadcast.
Yes, I
she
can
might-
think of better ways of finding her.
And Jeff McRae and Marlene Delaney rang in. Do you want us to tell her?
I'd rather they heard from us. Look, I'm sorry
No, that's
to
understood.
load you up with all this.
Just
I've
leave
got
it with
millions
me.
of things to do. But... Yes, Pat. What? Well, tell them I've got nothing to add to my
Inspector
earlier
would-
statement. And no more phone calls until further notice, all right? Thanks. Where's Joan? Is she all right?
Yeah, she's all right. She handled the situation pretty well. Almost too well, in fact.
What do you mean?
Well, she killed one of those monkeys for us, and then wanted to top it off by killing Ballinger. And she would if I hadn't talked her out of it.
She gone home?
Yeah, she'll be in touch.
You didn't bring Ballinger back here, did you?
No, she's safely ensconced at Blackmore. Look, I'd like to be able to stand around and fill you in on the details, but I've got a lot to do and not much time to do it in. I've got to interview the prisoners, and I'll need the interview room for a
Surely
couple
the
of hours.
questions can wait.
Look,
Some of
Mrs.
them are
Reynolds,
still
I've
in
got the
shock.
minister breathing down my neck. He wants a report on his desk in the morning. Do you want to be the one to tell him he can't have it?
All right, but use the visitors' room. It's less intimidating. They had a bad time, Inspector, so
yeah,
go
yeah,
easy
we've all
on
had a bad time, Mrs. Reynolds. The sooner we get it over with, the better.
I won't have their troubles added to just because you want to get a report to the minister on time. Is that clear?
Look, no one's forcing you to eat it if you don't want it. I'm sure someone else will be
Hands off.
If I were you, I wouldn't be getting too big for my boots just because mine.
Oh, here we go with the hankies. I reckon Desmond's worth about 10, eh?
Listen, you'll have the screws down on us if you don't shut up. If you've got any complaints, bring them up at the council meeting.
Can't I have my lunch first? It'll be dinner time otherwise.
If it's anything like this, I can't wait.
Complaints, Helly?
Rack off, will you?
Not until you tell me how those pot plants got ruined.
Pot plants.
In your door.
Snails got to them. How am I supposed to know?
Because you live there and you've done it before, remember?
Listen, the last thing I'm going to worry about at the moment is a bunch of bloody weeds. I've got better things to think about.
That untidy hairdo. It's a sign of an untidy brain.
What happened to the pot plants?
Somebody took to them. For once, I think Kelly's telling the truth.
All right, who did it then?
Well, it's possible Daphne might have done it herself.
Daffy wouldn't do that. She talks to those plants.
Yeah, I know, but she came to see me earlier on and I was too wound up in my own thoughts to see how depressed she was. Now I can't find her.
Depressed? I've seen her do worse than wreck a few pot plants when she's been depressed.
You and me both. That's what worries me.
Joyce, I heard someone had been shot. For one horrible moment,
No, I'm fine. Oh, Mervyn, I'm so glad to see you. It was awful. Just awful.
I'm so glad that you're all right. I was so worried about you.
Your mother, shouldn't you be with her?
She's over the worst. That was what I was explaining on the phone.
Oh, yes, I remember.
I'm so proud of you, Joyce. Doing what you did, leading the women through it all.
Oh, I wish I had. I was just terrified most of the time.
From this minute, I'll make it my responsibility to see it never happens again. I won't leave your side for a single moment, day or night. What I mean is I've realized I can't bear the thought of being away from you, Joyce. And coming back in the bus, I was thinking perhaps we should live together.
Oh, I'd love to.
You would?
I was beginning to think you'd never ask.
Oh, how are we going to run the council without Myra?
Well, we'll just have to get off our bums and give it a go, won't we?
Or maybe this will make it easier.
Oh, what is it?
It's a taste of things to come if you back the right people.
Yeah, 3 guesses which luxury cell they were nicked from.
So she's halfway to Rio. No point leaving it for the screws.
I run an honest business.
Oh, pull the other one. You get a week's trading out of that.
No one will touch that. It's tainted.
Please yourself. Anyone else think the same way? It's up for grabs.
No, we touch it with a bud.
Bloody idiots. Oh, you looking so happy. Anyone would reckon you just knocked off your granny.
Everyone, I thought you'd like to hear the news. Ruth Ballinger was captured at the airport. 2 men were killed, and Ballinger's been taken to Blackpool.
Halfway to Rio, eh?
What about Miss Ferguson? She's resting at the moment. She'll be back tomorrow. According to the police, she was largely responsible for Ballinger's recapture.
Yeah, well, they better not forget us.
I'm sure everyone's very well aware of the part you all played. Now, there is one other thing. The police want to question you. I know it's not the best timing, but they want to clear it up quickly.
Yeah, what about... Wait,
Heavy, Mrs. Reynolds. They promise to be brief. All they want is a few details.
Can't see any harm in that.
What makes you so cooperative all of a sudden?
I want to help bury Ballinger, don't I?
Mrs. Reynolds, they're right on the edge. They won't hassle us, will they?
I'll see they don't. That's all, thank you.
I don't think I can go through.
Daffy? Still missing.
What's she up to? Well, look, girls, we've just got to find her.
Guess we better go look for her then.
You look near solitary. I'll try some of the other dorms. And don't make it too obvious.
Silly little bugger.
Hi. Don't suppose you've seen Daphne, have you?
No. I've just been with Inspector Grace about the siege.
Didn't give you a hard time, did he? You look a bit frayed around the edges.
Not really.
You sure?
He kept asking me about that man you shot. I told Mrs. Reynolds everything I knew this morning, but he kept on and on about it.
Like the lady said, he wants to tie up the loose ends.
I hope I haven't done the wrong thing, Nora.
By telling them what happened.
I don't want you to think I was lagging, that's all.
Hey, how about you start making sense? Lagging on who?
I think Mrs. Reynolds got the wrong impression when I told her about it. It came out sounding callous, like you'd enjoyed it or something.
Enjoyed it?
That's what I mean, it's silly.
And that's why they quizzed you about it, right?
I told him over and over what really happened, but he kept bending my words.
That's Grace, all right. Hey, come on. It's not your fault. You're as phased out as the rest of us, probably more.
I'll never get used to this place, Laura. I hate it.
Well, let's hope you don't have to. And stop worrying. Not even Grace can pull something like that on me.
Well, I don't know why they bothered calling us in for all this, Murray. I mean, she's gone berserk with a machine gun and then skewered a bloke. It's pretty heavy stuff, isn't it, Kelly?
Well, what would you do? The bastards were going to kill us.
Well, we're just trying to get the record straight.
Yeah, well, if you want to talk to someone about losing their cool, why don't you see Flynn?
Why should we do that?
Why? Because the bloke was waving a white flag when she shot him.
You mean to say that Flynn actually shot the bloke knowing he was helpless?
All I'm saying is that if it had been me with the gun, I would have thought twice about pulling the trigger.
What are we going to do about Myra's funeral?
I'm sure we can arrange something with Mrs. Reynolds.
Like one of those 20-gun salute things.
Maybe, but it's a 21-gun salute, Eddie.
Now, we'll need to organise a new chairperson, too. It'll be total chaos otherwise.
Well, all right, that's easy. One of you take over.
Oh, I know I wouldn't like to. Now, why don't you? You're always trying to organise people.
That's not very funny.
I've never been more serious.
I hate agreeing with her, but I do think we need another older person.
Well, all right, but only until there's a proper vote taken, and if Julie and Alice agree.
Oh, I'm sure Julie will.
Well, Alice shouldn't mind either, assuming she's not sent straight off to Blackmore.
Well, I can't find her anywhere.
Well, have you tried the library?
I've tried everywhere. No word from Julie and Lexi?
I hope she realises the trouble she's causing us.
Oh, what's this, us?
I'm just as worried as you are.
Come on, Flynn. You're next to see Inspector Grace.
We'll talk about it later.
I'm really glad to hear your mother's better, Mervyn.
Coffee? You look like you could use one. Please, Meg?
Oh, no, not for me, thanks. Is anything wrong, Mervyn?
No, I mean, yes, I mean, I want to talk to you both alone. You see, Joyce and I finally decided to do it.
Do what?
Mind you, I wouldn't just ask anyone. Some people don't think it's right before you're married. But you and Des are going to, so Joyce and I thought perhaps we could take over the flat, if that's all right with you. Mine's so frightfully small.
Are you and Joyce in the flat?
Yes. Oh, not a flat. Your flat. Oh, when you've moved out, that is.
Congratulations, Mervyn. That's wonderful.
Oh, I think it's fantastic.
The flat, do you think it would be possible?
Well, look, no worries. I've been looking for an excuse to hurry things up.
I wouldn't think of rushing you.
Look, no rush. 2 suitcases, 3 boxes, and I'm out.
That's the same with me.
Well, we both finished early today. We'll help you move in.
Marvellous!
I'll contact the agent, let him know.
Oh, Joyce will be thrilled. Thank you very much. I'll tell her right away.
Hey, here, your coffee. Well, here's to our new neighbours.
Well, seems like you're a bit of a hero, Flynn. Takes a lot of guts to put yourself in to be killed in place of someone else.
I can't help what people think.
Yeah, well, we've got to draw the line somewhere, though, haven't we? I mean, killing a bloke in cold blood when he'd given up.
Given up? He was going to shoot Julie and God knows who else if we hadn't stopped him.
No, not we. You.
Okay, me. But I'd do it again if I was in the same boat.
You do know the difference between self-defence and murder, don't you, Flynn? Eh?
Better than most.
Better than most. Yes, here it is. I remember your case. She murdered 3 hitchhikers.
Look, why don't you ask Mrs. Barry about what happened? Maybe you'll believe her.
In good time. The fact is, the bloke you killed would have been much more use to us alive than dead.
And Julie's more use to us alive than dead. Look, maybe I heard wrong, but I thought Mrs. Reynolds said you weren't going to hassle us.
Yeah, but it's very hard to explain away dead bodies. You know, it's messy.
Maybe if you planned your side of it better, we wouldn't have had so many. How do you think we felt? Seeing Myra shot right in front of us. And Tammy. And then having to sit there watching the minutes go by, wondering who the bloody hell would be next. What was I supposed to do? Ask the bastard if he wanted a cigarette while we waited for you lot to arrive?
That's not the point.
Like hell it isn't. You were the ones who blew it, not us. If you want to start charging people with murder, I suggest you start looking closer to home.
We've got 3 to go. Casey, Thomas, and... oh, Graham.
Yeah, but I'd like to see them all before we see Mrs. Reynolds again.
She did say she wanted to see you as soon as she'd spoken to Flynn.
Yeah, that's her trouble. She wants to know everything before it happens. We keep going, mate.
What about Flynn? You going to recommend laying charges?
No, I don't think so. Oh, she shot him, all right, while he was down too, but so would I.
Hope the federal boys don't kick up a stink.
Bugger 'em. They got what they wanted. They got the Ballinger woman in one piece.
They almost didn't.
Yeah. Yes, we would have had a real murder case on our hands if Joan Ferguson had shot her too. As it is, they're going to want to give her a medal.
You're not listening, George. Arnie said it, not me. As far as he's concerned, it's our fault for getting Ferguson involved in the first place.
Oh, don't look at me. Wasn't my choice.
George, his wife's back in the can. On a real charge this time. And Ferguson's just killed the bloke we got to do the job. Now, he's hardly likely to pat us on the back and say, nice try, is he?
But what about Ruth's defense?
He said something about buying off a High Court judge. Well, that's what he said. He also said we're on probation.
Probation?
That's right. Giving us a chance to redeem ourselves.
What the hell does he want us to do, then?
Fix Ferguson for good.
That's what he said the last time.
There's a slight difference this time, George. It's either her skin or ours.
We checked everywhere, nothing. Mr. C almost caught us too. Yeah, we managed to cover, but what about you, Auntie May?
Well, I managed a few discreet questions, but none of the screws have seen her within the last couple of hours.
We'll have to postpone the council meeting till we find her.
Well, of course we will, you stupid woman.
Where else could she be?
I still say she's out in the garden.
Oh, no way. The screws won't let anyone outside.
Well, look who's here. You better watch your scones, Stone Age. Here comes the granny basher.
Why don't you leave me alone?
Ooh, tough talk.
Oh, ignore her, love.
Has anyone seen Nora since her interview with the police?
Well, you just missed her. She's been and gone.
Hey, she's been rubbing Grace up the wrong way.
What happened? Just his usual hatchet job, that's all.
Oh.
Anything the matter, love?
Oh, no, I was just wondering, that's all.
Well, look, love, if you're not doing anything else, why don't you try and help us find Daffy?
Yeah, okay, I'll look out for her.
You know, she could have got through the kitchen door.
Oh, if only they'd let us out.
Oh, they won't let us do that, love. Screws reckon they're understaffed.
Well, we'll see about that. Look, I'll go and butter up a screw and see if I can get us let out of here. God knows we've been cooped up long enough.
I'm pleased to tell you Inspector Grace thinks the shooting an acceptable action given the circumstances.
Well, the wall's finally tumbled.
I'll be supporting that report. As far as I'm concerned, you showed exceptional courage.
No point even mentioning it, is there?
It's a formality more than anything else, paperwork.
But why does the department have to know about it? Jenny made a mistake, that's all.
As it turns out, that wasn't the only mention.
What?
We had another statement from someone else to the same effect.
That I got a kick out of shooting you?
There's no need to worry. The matter's over with. As governor, I'm obliged to report it, that's all.
I don't get it. One minute you're telling me I'm in the clear, the next minute you're saying that the department, the parole board, thinks I'm Jack the Ripper. That's the past. That's the other Nora Flynn, not me.
No charges will be laid. If anything, you'll be commended for bravery.
Oh, come on. You know what the parole board's like. Well, it's true. If anything smells like a security risk, it's goodbye parole.
I'm trying to tell you it won't come out that way.
Look, Mrs. Reynolds, I've got a kid inside me. How am I going to give her a normal life away from this place if they get it wrong? That parole means everything to...
Here, take it easy. Get
Here,
a
I
chair.
get a chair.
Oh. Just sit down. Get Sister Hall, I'll look after her. Okay. Come on now, head down. Head down.
Any luck? She's disappeared into thin air.
No one disappears into thin air, not in this place.
What the hell does she think she's doing? Is she helping us or not? Hey, Eddie, you're not going to find her in there.
Keep it down, Screw. Look, you might come out and look at it. It's a real piece of art, that. It's the best present I've ever given anybody.
Yeah, well, bugger the garden, no. We're looking for someone, remember?
Haven't you seen her either?
Who? Oh, Daphne. No, not a hair.
How?
Well, I think we should contact the Arts Centre. Now, they might be interested in it.
Yeah.
What's the big powwow, ladies?
Just discussing the statue, Mr. C.
Yeah, we thought we might give it to you and Mrs. M as a wedding present. That is, if Eddie doesn't mind.
We'll have to start calling her Mrs. C soon, won't we?
Oh, I suppose you will. But I don't think the statue would fit in our flat. It's a nice thought, though.
Mr. C, I don't suppose you've seen...
Come on, Eddie, let's go have a game of volleyball or something.
Yeah, good idea.
Seen what, Eddie?
Oh, that statue of hers, Mr. C, it's all she ever thinks about.
Oh, yes, I know what you mean.
He really boo-boo, didn't she, eh?
Oh, I can't find her anywhere.
Join the club.
Well, what's this? Mara Desmond fan club.
If you're not going to be helpful, Kelly, bugger off.
Yeah, because if I were you, I'd be worried about Lurch. With any luck, she's keeping Ruth Ballinger company at Blackmore right now.
What would you know?
If she comes back here, she's not going to forget whose dirty work copped her that murder rap.
You're not being real funny, Patterson.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying, Kelly.
Oh, let it go, Lexi.
She's not worth it, Lex.
Oh, yeah?
You want to go a couple of rounds or
Yeah, no, that's enough. Now, come on. What's all this about? Hey, now, come here. Come here. Come on.
She's got all the answers.
We're just having a discussion about the weather,
Well,
Mr.
let's make it a friendly discussion, shall we?
Look! What the hell's she doing up there?
One puff of wind and she'll be over for sure.
What is Graham doing there?
Mr. C, please do something.
I wish you'd take that sedative, Sister
No,
Hood.
I'm not taking any drugs, not while I'm pregnant.
Governor, it's Graham. She's on the roof.
Earth.
I don't know, but that's where she is.
Why?
She's going to jump.
Do you know something about this?
We've been trying to find her for hours. She's depressed. Maybe enough to want to jump.
It does look that way.
Why didn't you tell me this before? Have you done anything about it?
No, I thought I'd tell you first.
Pat, call the fire brigade.
No!
We've got someone on the roof.
If you send a fire
Tell them
engine
we
through
need
that place, she'll
safety
jump
nets
for
and ladders.
sure.
I'm not taking any chances. And tell them not to use sirens. And hurry. Dennis, would you bring the women in from outside, please?
I'm on my way.
In the meantime, I suggest you tell us all you know about why she's up there in the first place.
Just don't care. They wouldn't care if I was alive or dead.
What the hell does she think she's doing? It's a bloody long way down from there. Daffy, love, it's Auntie May. She wouldn't really jump, would she?
Would. 5 to 1, she jumps in the next 5 minutes.
Shut up, you rotten bitch! Daffy, love, it's Auntie May. Now look, sit tight, they'll get you down in a minute. Daffy, can you hear me?
All right, everybody, inside. Come on, quick.
Oh, fair go, Mr. C. I thought we were supposed to be getting some fresh air.
Now. Come on. Hurry it up.
You're not listening. The fire department's got a couple of nets, and that's all they've got. Our lot are called search and rescue because that's what they do. They rescue people. They're specialists.
All right, do it, but hurry.
I've already done it. I rang them as soon as I heard what was going on.
Mrs. Reynolds, please. Somebody's got to go up now. Let me go up. I can talk her down, I'm sure of
What
it.
makes you think you're such an expert?
Because I've seen her go through these depressions before at Barnhurst. The only people she'll talk to are close friends.
We can't have another prisoner go up there. It's too risky.
The inspector's right. It's out of the question, especially you. Perhaps if I went up, she knows me well enough by now.
You're missing the point, all of you. She'll panic if she sees a uniform. It's got to be someone she knows she
And
can
what happens if
trust.
something goes wrong? How can we explain sending another prisoner up there instead of a trained officer?
If you don't do something soon, you're going to have to explain another dead body anyway.
I'm beginning to think she's right. Daphne might get scared if she sees a stranger. How sure can you be that she'll listen to you?
Mrs. Reynolds, if I can't do it, nobody can. At least let me talk to her until his lot get here.
Yeah, all right. As long as a policewoman can go with her, she can stay out of sight.
Meg, I think it's worth a try. All right. But you're not to take any risks. Is that clear?
I won't.
All right, let's get on with it.
Help Dennis with the women, will you, Meg? I don't want any more disruptions while this is going on. Right.
Yeah, but that's me cellmate up there. I just want to make sure that nothing happens to her. Don't want to miss a sideshow, you mean?
I'm getting a bit tired of you, Patterson.
Come on, you two.
You know what
put it
I
on.
like about you, Kelly? Nothing.
You're asking for a smack in the mouth, moron.
Lexi,
that's enough.
here, what's going on?
There's a couple of short tempers now, I hope, that's all.
Well, what do you expect? I'm sick of being stuck inside all day. We all are.
Go on, off with you. Go on.
What's going on here, Mrs. Morris? Nora's gone up to talk to her.
Well, Kelly's right about one thing, you know. It's like a pressure cooker in here.
Keep out of sight, whatever you do.
Call out if you need me.
Let's hope I don't. Hi, Daphne. It's all right. It's just me, your old mate Nora.
What are you doing up here?
Oh, I just came to see what you're up to and maybe have that little talk.
Bringing your screws up with you?
No, they're too busy trying to get the cops out of the place. It's me and my shadow. Hey, how about we have that little chat now?
You didn't want to before.
I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to tell you. It's not because I didn't want to.
Now you stay back, Nora. I'm going to jump. I'm not
Okay. Don't do anything stupid, please. Hey, how about I just sit down here, okay? And, we'll have that little talk. Between old friends.
Pat Slattery said all the doors to the roof were unlocked, so Graham must have got the keys from somewhere.
Open house by the sound of it.
I checked with all the officers. The only keys unaccounted for were those stolen from Joan and Joyce.
Jones were recovered at the airport, Inspector?
Oh, yes, some of us do our job.
And she must have taken them off the body in the rec room. Why didn't your men report
Look, anyone could have overlooked a fine detail like that.
I wouldn't exactly call one of the women about to jump off the roof
We
a fine
did the job
detail.
the best way we could.
Yes, I think you did.
I'll be out saving one of your prisoners if anyone wants me.
That's Grace for you.
You'd better tell the staff to avoid doing anything to provoke the women. If this is a sign of what's to come, we don't want to encourage it.
Jenkins has just got back from court. I think we ought to keep a close eye on her.
What did she get?
10. Yes, Dennis, you better watch her.
Hartley's lawyer's just arrived. You want to talk to him?
I think it's better if I keep right out of it.
Come on, don't let Grace get at you. He's only trying to make up for the mess he made at the siege.
That had crossed my mind.
I ought to go up on the roof with her. Better than spending another 10 in this stinking hole.
Look, things are different now. Desmond going bye-byes has left the place wide open for us. Me as top dog and you backing me up.
It's you and your bloody ideas that got me into this mess, remember?
I'm not denying it's been tough on you, but I'll make it up to you, I promise. Look, I've got enough of this stuff to buy all the votes we need. Then we set up a few deals and make a killing.
A killing, eh?
Well, do you know what I mean? Come on, what do you say?
I'll think about it.
Well, look who's back. Hi, Lex, how are you? Ignorant bloody bitch.
Judging by the look on her face, it says she copped a fair whack.
Hey, want to play cards? Nothing like poker to stop your worrying.
No, thanks, love. I think I'll stick to my knitting.
Hey, girls, you reckon Daffy will give us a wave if she goes past the window?
Sell ringside seats, eh?
How much you offering?
You really want to see her fall, don't you?
Why not? She's only got half a brain. I wonder if she'll take Flynn with her.
Look, you self-centered bitch! Nora put her life on the line to save yours.
Yeah, you stupid bugger.
Come on, Patterson, I want to... Yeah! We're sniping each other! Hard enough to keep things on an even keel as it is.
All right, you made your point.
But you just tell Squirt here to keep her mouth shut.
I remember picking up the lamp, wondering what it was doing on the bed. I suppose I thought she'd knocked it and then gone to sleep without picking it up.
You didn't normally go into her bedroom that late. Why did you this time?
I noticed that her light was still on. I could see it through the crack under the door. I wanted to clear the air between us, apologise to her.
You mean Mrs. Goddard was right when she said you had an argument with your grandmother?
Not really an argument, more a difference of opinion. I'd spent most of my life caring for my grandmother, and I'd decided I wanted to lead a life of my own. She wanted me to stay.
I see.
But you know this, I've told you. And I didn't kill her, Mr. Moss. I could never have done that. I loved her. She was everything to me.
Miss Hartley, you've just told me yourself that you had a difference of opinion with your grandmother. That's point number one. Point number two is the police found no trace of this mysterious intruder you keep mentioning, and your fingerprints were on the weapon that killed her. Now, it's going to be very difficult to convince a jury that someone broke in, killed your grandmother, and left without a trace, all with you downstairs playing the piano.
But there was an intruder. I told you I heard noises while I was playing.
But you didn't go up to investigate. Now, I'm sure we can get the charge reduced to one of manslaughter, if I can tell the prosecutor's office you're willing to enter a plea of guilty. We'll build the case around the way she treated you, that she finally pushed you too hard, and in a moment of sheer frustration...
No!
It's almost certain that you'll get a minimum sentence, and with time off for good behaviour...
No! That's not what happened. I heard those noises. The lamp. All I did was pick it up. And then I saw Nana and all that blood. That's what really happened, Mr. Moss, not what you're saying.
Well, naturally, I'll do everything I can, but I wouldn't put your hopes too high. And if you do decide to change your mind about pleading guilty to manslaughter, let me know. Now, I'll tell the officer we've finished.
Have you ever lived in commission flats, Nor?
No. I was brought up in foster homes.
It's like living on the moon, I reckon. There's no trees, no bushes, just concrete. Oh, there's maybe a couple of patches of grass if you're lucky. I used to have to go half a mile up the road to the park just to see what a real grown plant looked like.
Is that where you got your green thumb from?
I suppose so, yeah. So I first got into trouble too. I nicked a couple of plants to make a window box for the flat. The caretaker dobbed on me. Must have made him feel real good to get an 11-year-old kid in trouble.
Some people are just born nasty.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe they forget what it feels like to be a kid, you know? Like what goes on inside your head. They never think that once in a while you just might be telling the truth.
Didn't they believe you?
I slashed this bloke's tyres when I was 13. And I couldn't tell them why I did it because I knew they wouldn't believe me.
Well, why did you?
Well, he lived in the flats next door to us. He's a sort of neighbour. And he asked me to do these things. They were real dirty things. And he said that he'd tell me Mum and Dad it was the other way round if I didn't do it. Slashing his tyres is the only way I could think of getting back at him. Sure backfired on me when he told the cops about it, but... Oh, jeez, it'd be real easy just to step out there, Nor. It would, wouldn't it? Real easy. Back inside's just so hard.
Why would you want to go and do a thing like that? If we all tossed it in when things got a bit rough, there'd be none of us left. Hey, isn't it always you who keeps telling us to look on the bright side?
Yeah, but things don't look too bright anymore. Not for me, they don't.
Oh, and not to your friends either. You're not being very fair to them, love. Worried sick downstairs about you. And you don't want to worry Auntie May, do you? Not after all she's done for you.
They worried about me?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course they are. Now, how about we go downstairs and we'll have that little talk, eh? Could do with a cuppa, couldn't you?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And we can fix things so you don't feel like this again. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Hey, what was that about the others? They don't like me because I know Myra didn't.
Daphne, love. Myra died for us. All of us. We love her and you very much.
Is that true?
Yeah, of course it is. Come on.
Hey, who's that? Get away! Get away, you bloody idiot! You said you didn't bring anybody up here with you!
It's all right. It's all right. It's okay, I promise you. She won't come back again. Please. It's all right.
Terry? Hi. Yeah, I'm all right, just a bit tired. No, I promise you I'm all right. I just need to have some sleep. All right, but we'll have takeaway, eh? No, but not for a couple of hours. Yeah, me too. See you later.
Perhaps you'll tell me what's happening. The search and rescue team seem to think you're running this place.
Don't get in their way. They got a job to do.
So have I. Those women are my responsibility. Now tell me what's happening.
How the hell should I know what's happening? They told me everything was under control, and that's good enough for me. Now, unless you want bad publicity,
Damn the publicity. My only concern is for those women.
Yeah, well, I'd be more concerned about the department if I were you. What? Well, you took a big chance letting that Flynn go up on the roof. It's not going to look too good on your service record if everything goes wrong.
I see. It's all a game of one-upmanship. Is it? To hell with the women? It's who scores the most career points that counts.
We're all hired to do a job, Mrs. Reynolds. Sometimes we make the right decisions, sometimes we make the wrong ones. I hope for your sake you've made the right one.
So do I. But obviously not for the same reasons you do.
Hey, look at them down there trampling all over me garden beds, no?
Oh, I'll get them fixed up for you if you like.
You know what I was telling you the other day about reading them books about diets and vitamins and stuff?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I reckon I'd rather have junk food.
Hey, don't talk to me about food. I'm starving.
Yeah, you're not wrong, me too.
I hear they're laying on a special dinner for us tonight to make up for what we've just been through.
Yeah, what are we having?
Well, we're starting off with... Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm getting hunger pains just thinking about it.
No, go on, Moy. You tell me about it.
Well, I'll give you a clue. It's one of your favourites.
It's not chicken and chips.
Right. With salad, coleslaw, the works. The biggest spread the place has seen in years. Reno told me herself.
Sounds real great.
It would taste even better. I hope they don't mess up the chips, though. I hate it when they're mushy, don't you?
No, that's just how... Hey, Nora, I hadn't changed my mind about jumping, you know.
Oh, that'd be great. The girls would really enjoy their dinner then, wouldn't they?
No, I don't suppose they would.
And you can bet your bottom dollar Kelly would grab your share.
Oh, like hell she will.
Hey, what's wrong?
Oh, I don't know. Look out! Oh, what happened?
Is she all right?
Yeah. Oh, she's safe now.
Of course I'm bloody sure. I heard one of the screws say it was all over by the shouting.
Well, thank heaven she's safe.
Yeah, Daffy's in the infirmary and Nora's getting a pat on the back for saving a life.
Now, where would we be without her?
Oh, if it's not the paperboy.
Paperboy be buggered. Read this.
Wentworth C, Jens. Prison officer ends kidnap bid.
What? Ferguson makes it for the front page. We don't even crack a mention.
Only one of the screws didn't bother censoring it.
Yeah.
Police praised the efforts of Officer Joan Ferguson, who, in the gun battle at Wilson's airfield, shot dead one of the terrorists and helped prevent the dramatic escape bit of Ruth Ballinger.
Shoulder buggers, you mean?
Yeah, first favour she ever did us, I reckon.
Well, what's it say about us?
Oh, here's something. Sources inside Wentworth say police rescuers found the hostages tired and hungry. There was an air of sorrow as they mourned the death of two of their fellow inmates.
Some of us, anyway.
Was that all?
That's all I can see.
Stuff 'em, who cares? Told you this would happen.
Oh, yes, dear, very clever.
You want a game? 20 cents a ball.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Hey, give us the rock pages, will you?
Oh, here, take the lot. I wouldn't use it for dunny paper.
Oh, Alice, about the council.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I heard you were standing for Desmond.
It's just temporary until we can have a proper vote. And the meeting's been postponed till tomorrow morning.
Are you playing or aren't you? I said I was, didn't I? Look, I've just got 10 more reasons to have a say around here, and I'm going to make sure I get it.
Hey, May, read this.
I'm not into rock musical.
No, it's about why Jean killed a Gran. Really lays it on the line, eh?
Oh, yeah? Then why didn't the screws cut it out, eh?
Probably too interested in the front page to notice.
Read on, there's more.
According to reports, Hartley's grandmother kept her a virtual prisoner in her own house for a period of 5 years. During this time, Hartley was deprived of all contact with her friends and only allowed out of the house to run errands. Even then, she was punished severely if she returned late.
I reckon she's better off here.
Yeah, must be like Buckingham Palace after that.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to get rid of the old battle axe?
You're wrong. All of you.
Oh, come off it. It's all there in black and white.
They're exaggerating. She was kind. She took care of me.
Oh, so you took care of her, right?
No one's blaming you, love.
Oh, hell no. I'm surprised you didn't do it sooner. Why don't you listen to me? I love Nana.
Oh, yeah? Then what do you do to people you hate?
It wasn't me. I didn't kill her. What do I have
Oh,
to do?
look, don't waste your breath. You're in good company anyway. We're all innocent too. Right, girls?
going to do with you?
Well, you haven't wasted any time.
Oh, hello. I thought I'd get it over with early so we can go out and eat. Celebrate the move. Well, you do want to, don't you?
I'm sorry, love, but I've just been to see Alan Desmond.
Oh, hell, I forgot. How is he?
Oh, he's holding up, but only just. You know, another day like today, and I think I might toss the whole thing in.
It's been a rough one, all right. You know what you need? Good stiff drink.
Oh, it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
I've never been a clock watcher. I'll get you one.
Hey, what's this supposed to be?
Oh, that? Oh, it's an old school trophy. I won it for amateur acting. Don't worry, I'll find a place for it. What happened to that bottle of scotch?
Oh, that chap downstairs drank it all.
Oh, the spunky English bloke. Look, is port okay?
Oh, fine.
Yeah. This will soothe the savage beast.
I hope so.
I used to drink a lot of this back in the old country.
What?
Yeah.
Port?
It's my favourite drink.
Oh, that's enough for me.
There you go. Now, hang on, I'm not finished yet.
Well, here's to us.
Us. Talking of him downstairs, he left something for you.
Huh?
Probably trying to make up for the scotch.
Jane, it's beautiful. What can I say?
Don't say anything. Bloody typical, isn't it? Hello? No, that's all right, Anne. Why, did they say what they wanted? Right. No. Oh, thanks for letting me know. No, right, okay. Bye-bye.
What's wrong?
Police are trying to contact me. Do you remember Frank Burke saying he'd get me if it was the last thing he ever did? But he's escaped and was seen heading towards Melbourne.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing